Texas trucker, real quick. The more I think about this 5-year phase out of non-domiciles and these immigrants that should have never been licensed, it's a failure. And every trucker, every American trucker, every American trucking company should be calling it out as such. The FMCSA, safety's in their name. The mandate of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration is safety. So it didn't take 5 years to phase this in. A 5-year phase out is a failure, plain and simple. So with the mandate being safety, and now the proof and facts come out, and the administrator of the DOT, Secretary Sean Duffy, pointing out and putting out that this is definitely a safety issue, and it's been a safety issue, and it's costing American lives. Day one, square one, day one, it calls for revocation of these non-domicile CDLs and these authorities owned and operated by non-domiciles from foreign countries that are coming in and bankrupting and corrupting safe American carriers. This is basically another kick the can down the road. And if you really think about it, they're saying that they don't want to upset the economics of trucking, but they've said repeatedly that, they don't get involved in economics, that, their whole mandate is safety. Their whole purpose is safety. Okay? So kicking the can down the road 5 miles, what they're hoping for is by that time, autonomy will come into play full flex, and it's going to drive down rates even more as these non-domiciles leave the market, and these companies leave the market because they can't file and use their non-domicile drivers to wage dump on American truckers. As autonomy phased in, it's going to offset and maintain status quo in the market. Well, status quo is unacceptable. It's been unacceptable for 4 years. 600,000 or 700,000 American trucking companies, not truckers, American trucking companies, have gone out of business in the process of wage dumping by bringing these foreigners in. Let the market go. Is this free market? Isn't it supposed to be free market capitalism? We're running legally as American carriers because we're held accountable. So everybody, I don't care if you're a company driver, a lease purchase, a lease operator, an owner, a carrier, if you're in the industry, this is your industry, this is how you support your family, you should be calling Secretary Sean Duffy out and your congressmen and senators out that sit on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. It's proven that this is dangerous, that it's costing American lives. Until you get ready to call them out, you're not helping the situation. I give them props where props due, but this is a major, major failure. Call it out. Get loud. Show them you don't appreciate it by your vote. If I had an alternative option to Senator Ted Cruz to vote for, I damn sure wouldn't be voting for Ted Cruz, because he's been Senate minority and majority leader over transportation and infrastructure for well over a decade. The failure starts there. And why? Corporatocracy. Corporations do business with corporations. They don't want to upset the corporation because that's their major tax donors, their major campaign donors. But not only that, that's where they're padding their pockets through special interest money. So it's profits over safety. And that's exactly what we're dealing with every day. And if you don't call it out, nothing's going to change. Y'all have a good day. Hello.